Tonight, Karl Rove slamming Hillary Clinton, raising major questions about the health of the possible 2016 Democratic presidential candidate. The headline in the New York Post today screaming, Karl Rove, Hillary may have brain damage. Speaking at a recent event, the former Bush advisor reportedly talked about a fall that Clinton took in December 2012. That was after she suffered from a blood clot. According to the New York Post, Rove then said, and I quote, 30 days in the hospital, and when she reappears, she's wearing glasses that are only for people who have traumatic brain injury? We need to know what's up with that. Of course, Clinton was admitted to the hospital for a 3-day stay, not 30 days. But has Rove done the damage he was intending to do? David Brock is out front tonight. He founded the pro-Hillary super PAC American Bridge. Good to have you with us, David. So,
thank you.
Let me just ask you, I mean, I would imagine this is a situation where you would just come out and use the L word, right, for Karl Rove, liar?
Sure. I mean, I think the things you just showed in the intro, they were 3 lies told there. And, you know, it's part of a pattern of Karl Rove. This is textbook Karl Rove. He's used sleazy personal attacks in the past for political reasons. And I think what was going on here was this was a premeditated effort to put a target on Hillary Clinton's back in the lead up to the reopening of these Benghazi hearings. And I also think Rove was trying to goad the media into raising this issue. Now, usually when he goes and does these sleazy things, he uses surrogates. And so what was interesting here was he got caught. I think he made a big mistake. And it's not going to work. There's a big backlash against this, and I think it will have the inverse effect.
All right, and we're going to talk about that in a minute, but let me just play when he came on Fox News today to try to explain his comments. Here's how he did that.
She had a serious episode, a serious health episode. This was a serious deal. I mean, she basically is out of action from, she's in and out of the office for starting on the 7th of December after she returns. She returns on a Friday from the Czech Republic, but then it begins over a month-long period where she's got a serious illness, ending up putting her in the hospital. We don't know what the doctor said about, you know, what does she have to be concerned about. We don't know about what, I mean, she's hidden a lot of it.
David, what's interesting is, you know, there have been, you know, questions and people talking about that time and whether she was ill or not at that time. Should she just release more information so you could just say, look, you want me to put it to bed? I'm going to put it to bed. Here's the medical records.
Well, you know, at the time, you know, the conservatives can't quite get their lies straight, because at the time they were saying that this whole incident was faked so that she didn't have to testify in the Benghazi hearings. And so I don't know what Rove is talking about when he says that things were hidden. First of all, there was a full accounting at the time. The doctor said there was full recovery. They said there was no neurological damage. And so this is just, I think, part of a desperate effort on the part of the Republicans who know that Hillary Clinton, if she decided to run, would be incredibly formidable as a candidate. And their party will be divided, and they just don't know what to do with her. They've got no health care plan, no job plan.
I just want to jump in here, though, because, you know, you raise an interesting point. You know, she's going to be she's 66 now. Sorry, she'll be 69 on Election Day. Ronald Reagan, Bob Dole, John McCain, all of them dealt with that issue, but they all dealt with a lot of age questions in their elections. I mean, her health is going to be a legitimate topic, isn't it?
Well, look, I mean, first of all, we're not there yet. We're far away from a campaign. We're far away from a candidacy, and we don't know what the answer to that will be. And certainly, all candidates have had to deal with these issues. But as of right now, no, I don't think. I think it's an issue in Republican gossip mills, and I think that Hillary Clinton is in excellent health. She's going about her paces. She's done more than 40 public events this year. She's about to embark on a major book tour. I wish I had her stamina.
Good point, David. Thank you very much. And joining me now